first, it wasn't really clear what purpose this pyramid served. All it did serve was it was the starting point of where we ended up in the Dark World. Its origins was pretty much not known about, but up until now, we weren't certain about it, but considering that Ganondorf last crashed in here, there's no doubt of what this place is now and what its purpose is. This is the place that holds the golden power, the Triforce. And it's pretty obvious what he intends to do. Hey everybody, CoolPika here, and welcome back to more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. In the last part, we made it to the top of Ganon's tower, and had our final confrontation with Ganon, killing him in the process. Revealing Ganon's face at last. Oh jeez, I keep getting the names mixed up, like... Ganondorf, Ganon, who cares at this point? It's the same person already. Yeah, it's just that he goes by Ganon now. Why can't I get that right? But in this part, there's really no place to do, and finally, we're gonna end it all. Bring an end to this dark world, and bring an end to Ganon, and hopefully bring peace to the light. It's time we end this once and for all. We have all the 7 maidens supporting us behind us, we got all our upgrades behind us, and we ended it off with, completing all our heart containers. I mean, I don't know how well I did in this run through, but I'd like to say I did pretty good. I'm gonna have to see what this looks like by the end of the game, but honestly, we're pretty good. In terms of preparations, I actually, believe it or not, did not do a lot. I'm already set on arrows, but really, I'm only taking what's in me two blue potions because, honestly, I'm actually hoping I deal with Ganon in just one go. I'm hopefully doing this in one go because, like, I don't think I'm gonna have, like, too much hard time with Ganon. I'm gonna be completely honest. So, I'm actually gonna go with the bare minimal this time. So, let's not waste any time. Ganon, let's bring an end to this. I never imagined a boy like you could give me so much trouble. It's unbelievable that you defeated my alter ego Ganon, the Dark Wizard, twice! But I will never give you the Triforce. I will destroy you and make my wish to conquer both light and dark worlds come true without delay. Here he is, Ganon, our true foe at last, finally shows himself. It turns out this is where he's been hiding the entire time. Started out in this first phase, he's mostly going to be attacking with his trident. Most of the things he'll do is he'll toss your trident at you like a boomerang, so avoid that. Another thing he will do is toss his trident around and summon fire bats at you. So, I guess in this realm, Ganon's also part bad. Good for you, I guess. Apparently he has that ability the entire time, although that's an ability we never see again in any adaptation. I never see Ganon go part bad. I think it's the only time I ever see him do it. So while we get into Ganon, Ganon mentioned that he was that Ganon was like his alter ego. However, what exactly that means is actually kinda vague. It's hard to say. It's hard to say whether or not it's Ganon himself, because if it is Ganon himself, that just raises a few questions, like, Ganon was trapped in the Dark World all this time after the imprisoning war, because there was a whole world as a final-ditch effort just to put Ganon in to undo the damage he's controlled. Because after defeating the hero in the Fallen Timeline, he went into the Dark World and achieved his dream of making the Triforce his and gaining absolute power. And from there, his monsters just invaded the Light World without delay. So it's not exactly clear on what happened. We know he got sealed away, and he had no way of getting into the Light World at all. So this is my guess. Because my best assumption is I like to assume that Ganon was indeed an actual person. We've seen his body just collapse on the ground and not explode into dust, so he definitely had to have been a real person.
You're doing well, lad. But can you break through this secret technique of darkness?
On guard! Okay, and here's our second phase here. He is going to turn out all the lights. And we can't do anything to him while he's in that state. So what we gotta do is turn on the lights, he'll get blinded for a second, and then once you flash him, he'll freeze, and that is where you use the silver. I didn't do that right, but I'll try it again. Okay, I did that again, but once he's in that frozen state, he'll still stay like that. And another thing you want to do is watch out for the fire. Don't get pushed in, otherwise you'll have to start the fight over, because that will suck. I mean, even if I fall in, I do want to show what that room is if you fall in there in a bonus episode, because I just think it's an interesting room and you may not know about it. Oh shoot. Okay, I can't seem to go with a video without actually dying, but yeah, what I was saying. I like to believe that Ganon was indeed an actual person, and rather not Ganon himself. My only reason for thinking that is because, like, for one, Ganon's influence was very limited. But from what I could see from that form, like, Ganon was definitely housing his power in that wizard. But as far as circumstances of what exactly the wizard was, or whether or not he was in absolute control of his actions or not, that's a part that's not really clear. We just know that he's an alter ego to Ganon, and more or less just a puppet, so a puppet he can use in the light world to create his influence. Open the way! Okay, I guess I'm gonna be able to show off this room after all. This is where you would end up if you fell down. There's a hidden room in the pyramid that we could never access. There's really no way we can get into this unless we fell down this area in particular. Over here, when Ganon is done, give him the last moment with a silver arrow. Do you understand? I understand completely, Sir Asula. I understand completely. Okay, that's just telling you, yeah, that's just telling you that we need the silver arrows just to defeat Ganon. I think that was where that hint was. So that's something we need. So yeah, that's something we need. There's no other hints beforehand where you get that until that final moment. But yeah, it tells you when you need to use the silver arrows. But I guess we're gonna do this again. But yeah, really nothing else about Ganon that we don't really know about. Or Ganon in this case. So, so again, there's no but theories. One possibility is that he was certainly indeed a wizard, and at some point he was like a wizard that kept to himself, pretty isolated from the clan, and eventually Ganon somehow came into contact with him, promising some power, and from there, he housed like a fraction of his power into a Ganon, which allowed him to send people to the Dark World and banish people at will. So that would explain how he'd be able to do that. But aside from that, we don't really know much else. Or a possibility is, the wizard was always a bit of an evil person. For all I know, or this could have been just a really good wizard that Ganon decided, like, you know what, I'm just gonna possess this guy somehow with some of my magic and let him do all the work for me. And it just kind of went from there. So, all I know for certain is that a portion of his power was being held within a Ganon, and once we killed a Ganon, you kind of just see his spirit come out of there and come back into the bat. So, and then the bat just came back here and into Ganon, suggesting that Ganon may have been here the entire time, waiting for his power to return. And now it's like back in his true form, going to finish what he started. So, that's pretty much the whole Ganon case in a nutshell, or the Ganon alter ego nut case in a nutshell, I guess. At least, again, speculations. As far anything else about a Ganon, as far as who he was and what kind of person he was, that's all theories. Although I can kind of see why people say this guy was part of the Sheik clan, because he very well could have been. Although the only problem with that is that there really isn't a lot
people in the Sheikah clan around the time of Ocarina of Time, so it's hard to say if they actually rebuilt in that time frame or not. That part's kind of vague and kind of left out. Okay, I'm a little bit disappointed that I kind of had to go back and just get a bunch of potions now because, I was actually I've done this boss so many times now that I was, like, pretty confident that I could just do this in one go, but considering I had a bit of trouble and had a few accidents, that's pretty much not gonna happen. I'm gonna have to give on that point, so I kind of caved in to buy some more stuff. So again, blah blah blah, we already know your whole spiel. I'm gonna take over the Light and Dark World, but you know what? Screw you. Time to die. Let's get our epic battle out of the way. Okay, deep focus time, but, yeah. I think I pretty much covered Ganem's story and what his role was, but I think another thing that could have also made sense was that, the wizard was probably... It's pretty possible that the wizard could have been easily corrupted by Ganon, but it could have been also possible that the wizard could have also been, like, just a really evil guy, really greedy guy who wanted to get the golden power for himself, and Ganon noticed how much of a gifted wizard he was, and he just housed his power just so he could make his magical power a lot stronger, so he could have a lot of influence in the Light World. And pretty much used him that way in exchange for a promise of the golden power, which he was, let's face it, he was probably never going to get that. But that's another possibility. Like, Ganon used his desire for the golden power as a way of getting him to do his bidding. So that's like another big possibility. But either way, I like to believe that Ganon was indeed a real person, and not Ganondorf pretending to be a wizard, a human wizard, covered in a bunch of red robes. Which, honestly, looking at the artwork, it does kind of look like that now that you think about it. Which, again, not too far-fetched, because we know Ganon's, like, very talented in magic and, like, weaponry. And it shows even here. Like, he's capable of... Because, like, this man has been trained in a lot of magic arts and weaponry. It makes him very fearful. And not to mention, being bathed with the power of the Triforce, that also makes him an unstoppable force already to begin with. So, yeah, he is a very fearsome foe. Pretty much that fearful to the point, like, only the Master Sword could really, truly defeat him. He's that powerful. Yeah, okay, here we go. Phase 2. This is where the real battle begins. Yeah, alright. On guard. Alright. Let's not mess this up this time. This time, just gonna dodge the bat attacks, because, once he's dark, that's the only scene we can really see. Okay, there we go.
Ah, my eyes!
Okay, he's frozen, so... 1? Oh, uh-oh. I don't think so, buddy. Ha! Okay, I am doing a terrible job at this. I'm usually I have pretty fast reactions, and that's terrible even for me. Okay, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Fast reaction. Go! There we go, first hit. Alright, that was fast. There he goes again. Now just get our fire out and do the same scene. Just gonna watch out for him because I don't know where he'll appear. Whoa! 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 Oh, whoa, he's that close! Alright. Again? I think it's like one more hit and then he's done. Because at that point, you only take a certain amount of hits from the light arrows, and once that's done, he's pretty much done. Alright. And he's done. Ganondorf is done. Okay, my voice only peaked at that. Okay, that was not my best one, but it's over. I really want that one to be very triumphant, but even I ruined that. But it's truly over now. You know, it'd be a shame if we just fell off this cliff and we would have to start this all over. You know? Accidentally fall off this cliff and all that hard work we did be for nothing. and Ganon just comes back from the dead. Yeah, not a fun I like to think about. Because I tried that before. But let's not delay any further. The Golden Power is just beyond this door. Welcome, Jordan. I am the Ensigns of the Triforce. The Triforce will grant the wishes in the heart of the mind of the person who touches it. If a person with a good heart touches it, it will make his good wishes come true. If an evil-hearted person touches it, it grants his evil wishes. The stronger the wish, the more powerful the Triforce's expression of that wish. Ganon's wish was to conquer that world. That wish changed the Golden Land to the Dark World. Ganon was building up his power here so he could conquer the Light World and make his wish completely true. But now, you have totally destroyed Ganon. His Dark World will vanish. The Triforce is waiting for a new old owner. Its golden power is in your hands. Now, touch it with a wish in your heart. Yippee! The world is safe, and from there on, we pretty much see the results of our actions. Because look who's back and alive now. The King of Hyrule. And all the maidens are back home safe and sound, even Zelda. Even the soldiers are back to normal now. Yeah, no hard feelings about, all of you guys dying to my sword, right? Nothing personal, it's just you guys are out of control. And look, even the sage is back. Everyone who has disappeared in the Dark World has returned home safe and sound. Everything is pretty much back to normal. Even Salasara's home now. Vultures rule the desert. I don't know what the situation is with Gerudo here, but I guess there's no Gerudo here at this guess. But, I guess this thief here is back out of retirement now. He decides, like, you know what, this seems fun, so I'm gonna go commit more crimes. And look! The bully made a friend. Oh, isn't that sweet? And look at that, the portal's not even usable anymore because we can't get into the Golden Land anymore. And look who's alive and well. Our uncle. He made a full recovery and didn't die and is totally not dead. Ain't that a sweet ending? And the flippers for sale. Who knows? Maybe the Zoras are now going to give discounts now on the flippers. Nah, maybe not. They're too much of a greedy bastards to really do that. Oh hey, there's that witch who seems totally familiar, which I can't grasp my name on. I bet whoever she's probably going around quacking. And the woodsmans are back. And look at them. Now that tree's done, you know what? Let's go work on this tree next. Because, we're not gonna stop until there's no forest left. And look who's playing once again. The flute boy made it back home safe and sound. Yeah, I guess I can feel less guilty now, but he probably might be killing me now because I kind of burned his remains back in the Dark World. Oh, there's Venus, the Queen of Fairies, too. I'm sure she's pretty much happy with our generosity. The Dwarven Swordsmiths, that's kind of interesting because, this is the only times where I guess there was dwarves apparently in Hyrule, although these smiths were referred to as Dwarven Swordsmen, although this is the first time we ever heard of dwarves being in Zelda because, it's the first because, when I think about it, like, there are no dwarves in Wait a minute, where'd you get that net? What? Wait, no, the golden net's better. Give me that one. Why did I get that one? You've been holding out on me. Yeah, there's the lost old man. I'm sure he's happy his grandkids is home now. Hope we don't get lost again. Hi! Hi, old man. Oh, this guy for some reason. I guess he's just in a bad mood as usual. Oh well. And the Master Sword sleeps again. Forever. Until the next game, that is. Which is, I don't know. I don't think the Master Sword was used in Oracle Season or Link's Awakening, so... No, who am I kidding? Breath of the Wild's coming. Oh, who am I kidding? Once Calamity Ganon comes out, that sucker's gonna be pulled once again. Who am I kidding? Let's not even joke about it. But yeah, this is it. This was A Link to the Past. Oh boy, where to begin? I gotta get my thoughts on this. A Link to the Past to me, it's childhood. It's what it is for me. When I was actually working on this Let's Play, there's definitely been a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes for me. I won't get all into what's been going on, but it's weird at this point because like I'm a full-grown adult now, living on my own place for the first time, dealing with new struggles that with trying to learn the struggles of adulting, I guess. And then, of course, I've also been learning. I think that's around the time during recording this. I ended up learning that my dad was getting a divorce, and I had a lot of memories with him and me just playing through this game together. And I just knew that, yeah, okay, I have to go forward with this. So, once I started recording my first episodes back in February and January, it's like, I was very dead set that this was the Let's Play I needed to do. Because, I knew Dad was going to be going some pretty hard times personally, and I thought this would be like a good way to reflect some memories together and just take us back to simpler times, because that's what A Link to the Past is for me. A Link to the Past, I've played so many games at this point, like, I'm not sure, while I have a lot of favorite games now, this game still holds a special place into my heart, because to me, A Link to the Past just brings me back to simpler times. Back when I never had to worry about much. And really just never had to think about much. Just enjoy and explore the world around you and just feel fully enveloped in it as though you're in the world itself. It's like no complex stories whatsoever, but it was simpler times. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just enjoyed being enveloped in the world around me, and as I kept playing, I just felt like I was a part of it. It's like, I wanted to see every piece of Hyrule, and I just felt like I was a part of the adventure. It's like, it brings me back to similar times where I can just be enveloped in a place where I'm having like a whole adventure myself, acting as though I'm a part of that world. It lets me go back to simpler times and just remind me of those times. Things change all the time and I get older, but when I play this games, it brings me back to those times and helps me bring back really so much memories. It's a very nostalgic game for me, and anytime when it's possible, I like to find time to just play this game again whenever I'm able to, because it has that much impact in my childhood. And from there, I've went on to play a bunch of other games as well. I remember beating this game for the first time, and I felt pretty proud of myself because before this, I didn't know how to do anything, and okay, whoa, look at that. I'm seeing my total now. What is this turning out to? Ooh, that's worse! That's worse than my first that's worse than my first file. 20 total games played. 27. Ouch! Ooh, that's brutal. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. But, yeah. Zelda is always... Things change from time to time, and you know what? No matter how much things change, A Link to the Past is always going to be there to bring me back to those simpler times. Times where nothing else really mattered, and just be enveloped in the imagination. And just be enveloped in a fantasy world with your own imagination. And sometimes, that's all you can ask for in a game. And that was what I experienced when I was watching my dad play through this game for the first time, and wanted to play through this game for myself. With that being said, this is it for A Link to the Past. But however, we're not exactly done yet, because we actually have something else to do, because as I promised when I announced this Let's Play, we do have 4 Swords coming this way now. All episodes have been recorded for it, although I need some time to edit it, so they will be out when it's ready. And so next time, we're going to be continuing with that. And then after that, we'll be doing some bonus videos. And beyond that, well, we'll just have to see. Until then, I've really enjoyed this ride. I hope you guys have too. I'm pretty proud of how this Let's Play turned out, but honestly, that total games played. Yeah, that really stings. 27 total games played. Wow, that hurts. That really hurts. So yeah, this is where I'm gonna end now. So, I guess until then, see you when I come back with Sports Swords, I guess. Whenever that comes out. Because I don't even know when that's coming out. So, see ya.